I I put this in the article that I wrote for our expansion into West Fresno County. Um, I was just like, I quoted myself, which is always the funnest part. And I said, people seem, I was like, we've been living with the internet in our pockets for the last 20 years, and people have become very confused by the news. And then I added, uh, nobody can read the text through the ads, and there's always something making noise that you can't seem to shut off. And like that's the news experience online. Is that good? Is that really what we want? And then in another quote I put, there's you, person who lives in the Central Valley, and then there's news 1,000 miles away, and then in between are an endless host of charlatans who are trying to convince you that they're working on your behalf when in reality they're just trying to take your attention and turn it into money. And they wake up for that shit every day. This is where they eat. And I was like, are you kind of tired of kind of being the victim here? Because you're literally being victimized here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and there's only so many supplements you can buy.
Yeah.
There's only, I mean, that's the,
Yeah.
I would, as someone who doesn't read a lot of mobile news until it's like, I'm a hockey person, but like sports, whatever sports ball thing you're into,
Mm-hmm.
usually is like the reason you'll be like, oh, let me go check that store, or there's a story that just popped up, and you'll be only on mobile. And every time I'm reminded of just how bad that experience is, because it's even worse when it's major outlets. And it's like they're doing the thing where like somewhere down the story a ad expands, and so the page resets, and it's like
Man.
you are
Yeah.
hoping that I accidentally click on an ad, but you also make this unreadable. And if in addition to that, I also click on an ad and have to go back, I'm more irritated, not happier about that ad. But that person, that's the part, like as people who buy ad space, you recognize that you paid for that. That counted as a click. That counted as, hey, I
Uh-huh.
referred to them to you. It's like if I show up to that site, I'm already so pissed now. Now I'm your problem. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know how we've convinced ourselves that this is a serious endeavor.
Yeah. Like, why do we think this is good? Like, why are people doing, why? But it's clear that the trend of news viewing is going towards a video format and not a reading format. I'm not convinced it's because people are less literate. I'm convinced that the reading experience online is just that bad. Like, nobody wants to be there, but they will sit through and this video is sponsored by, and then they can skip through that. And they're like, that's way easier. I can do that.